Hey everybody, RideFMTG here, and today we're looking back at my replays for round 2 of the Thirsty Games' Units Only tournament that he held last Saturday. And on Monday we looked at round 1, and we played against Izzy and we went 2-0, so this is round 2, we are up against Keen, and yet again, each round it's best out of 3, and each opponent gets to ban one deck. Yet again, I banned Keen's green deck just because I really think green was very good in this format, as well as green had very good play against most all of my decks, and Keen banned my Ryu. So for round 1, I started out with Chun-Li just because I think Chun-Li is one of my best decks, and it seemed like Keen was really valuing the red deck, so I thought that they would bring their red deck, which was Jill, into round 1, and yet again, like I said, against Izzy, I really like the Chun-Li versus, Jill Ryu matchup, and that's what happened. So let's look at round 1 and see how it goes. Overall, we could keep this hand because it's pretty good. We have a Lair and a Feline. We maybe want to wait for the Lair, so they play Hellbat, then we play Lair, get to kill the Hellbats. But since they didn't do it right away, I just decided to drop the Lair because it's like, hey, we want to start gaining this MP advantage right away. And that's why I dropped the second Lair, because dropping the second Lair over Feline is way better in the MP gain rather than the, oh, let's try to get the Hellbat. And they did drop a Hellbat, but that is what it is. This, I was a little slow playing the Karen, so we didn't get to ascend over it, which really stinks, but oh well. It would have, it died to a detonation, so it did its duty. Just not that great of duty, right? Dropping the Felines, yet again, just gain all the MP ramp advantage, and then we can start ascending over, stuff like that, right before they might die. Yet again, they played all the Hellbats after we played all the layers. So this is a little risk. So I wanted to basically play the Felicia because we had an empty board, and that is so great value. It was a little risky because that Feline could have gotten killed to an ETB, enters the battlefield like a monster or something like that. But they aren't playing as many of those units, so that's why I kind of went for that play, and I'm happy I did because that is just great. We got a Iris for the MP ramp advantage, and then a Blaze for just getting some pokes in the air. Decided just to play another flyer just to get hits in, and it's not like they have any detonations. However, they play Claire, and that just killed our flyer right fast. And of note, they are playing Genesis, so that means they get to re-get their detonations, which is really good value against us, or just most decks, right? And so we play the Lair at the last second to kill the Claire, and then we'll use Yawn, and now we can just ascend over it. They get to detonation our big tank, which is very good for them, right? That 6/6 was going to do a lot of damage, but they're like, nah, this is why we're playing Genesis. And all these Hellbats. So Rashine's going to be really good, because it's just a lot of damage, right? It has combo, it kind of does it all. But we decided to do that. What could have been better is maybe playing the tank there, because it could have killed the Rashid in one hit, so then it's not around anymore. And I think overall that would have been better. And that's why I kind of like looking back at the matches to kind of see what my mindset was at. So that was definitely a little hiccup. Not the worst hiccup by any means, but, definitely it's good to look back at matches to see what you could have done better. Or what you did do, bad or good, right? And now we can just start sending over stuff, right? And then using our hero power so that we can send over Iris, so that I'd still have on deck another send trigger basically right away. So I played it very slow there because we should have ascended over with the big tank because it has anti-flying, but the dragon kind of caught me off guard. So that was pretty unfortunate, but that's what we can do this attack cycle. Yet again, we'll do it at the last minute so they can, detonation twice or something like that. Because that Rathalos, it will be a beater if we did not have tank. And so yet again, we do that kind of one turn a little bit late. So they have another detonation on deck. But that's fine because they'll detonate our tank, but then we do have this little seal dino to seal their Dragon Lord, which is really good. Because now our Rainy is just like, hey, I'm going to poke in. They play a Claire, doesn't trade with the Rainy, so Rainy's still lethal as well as this is lethal. And we get it out because all these big bodies, even though they got so many detonations, is very hard to deal with, especially that a lot of our bodies have shield. Since I won with my green deck, I couldn't play the green deck again this round, so I decided to play my Nergigante Spike Launch, and Keen decided to do their Raging Demon Akuma, which I kind of... I'm not exactly sure how this matchup goes, but I really like my Nergigante list. So it's like, okay, let's just try to be a little bit more aggressive and lose some life, use our spike launches, just kind of do the Nergigante game plan. And we had a really good start, right? We had all our 3 drops that make us deal 3 to ourselves, so we're already at 9 life loss, which is kind of a lot. Now we're just gating some stuff. This Ascended Gate will do quite a bit of damage, right? And obviously we just play our Sigma to kill their top unit, because that's a good trade. So we're already at 15, but I decided to play the Ashford just because they had so many things. I really wanted to get the 3-6, but RNG was not in our favor. But that's a little unfortunate. And then Ashfield's just great, right? It could just start doing damage. We're getting extremely low, but what's great about Nergigante Spike Launch is when you're low, that means Spike Launch will do a lot of damage. And right there, that was just beautiful, right? We're low, but one Spike Launch, because we have lost so much life already, 12, so the max just kind of not wiped their board, but helped to wipe their board, where then like our units could finish their board up. And then already Burn Dynarex is, getting the pluses. This Vega was brutal, because Vega's pretty hard for us to deal with since it is a flyer. And we decided to do this, like we could have played a Crow, but the Crow is just going to die to the Vega eventually. So I decided to do this because Melphis can gain us some life, as well as kill in 2 hits. And so I think that's our best way of winning the game, rather than Crow I think would be prolonging the game, but not really winning the game. And then last minute, we drop the Gore down because, yet again, we just want to then be able to play maybe Wesker or something like that to flip the Gore and gain more life. And yet again, that's what we got to do, which was fantastic. We do this just because they have flyers, even though it's kind of unfortunate that this Death Scissors got the shield, but Wesker can kill it off in 1 hit. It was great getting the Sigma because it's a 4-8 for 2 MP, so it just kind of does that pressure. Yet again, another Vega activation, or another Raging Demon activation on Vega is so good for them, right? That tempo is fantastic. But yeah, and like getting the Pyron there is also because it's just another cheap unit that we can play. And then Sigma just hits for lethal. And yet again, that shows the power of Nergigante Spike Launch, where like we got so low, but then we got to use our hero power a couple times, which really got us to parity, and then we got to gain some life. So overall, we won that round going 2-0, and it kind of showed the power of Spike Launch, right? And like I said, it's just Spike Launch in and of itself is so powerful, and then Gore was a powerhouse along with Melphis just gaining that life since we do not have Selfless Predation to play, and I'm really happy that I played a playset of both, because without that life gain, we would have lost, right? Because Akuma just got some good value trades, and we got very, very low, but then we kind of eked back up there with some life gain advantage. So that's all for this video, and yet again, I think I played a little bit better this round, but, still some hiccups there, and like I said before, that's why I really like rewatching this, because I think it's a great learning tool to be like, okay, well, I won that, but where did I play a little bit slow, and is playing a little bit slow something that I do kind of often, or was this a rare case? So it's good to go back, analyze the matches, have it be either you're winning or losing, because as you see, like, I won those matches, but there's still ways that you can play better. So overall, I like rewatching stuff. But that's it for this time. The next video will be round 3 of the tournament, so I hope you guys will tune in then, and I'll see you all later.